kid, and I like to think really big. Would you like to think with me about all the possibilities? We're all think big kids. You could be a doctor or a teacher, or maybe a celebrity. There's no limit to what we can be. We're all think big kids. We're all think big kids. And we like to think big! Hi, I'm Grace, the Think Big Kid. And today we are going to explore a new career. The career we will explore today is a medical device specialist. A medical device specialist helps doctors to repair broken bones and bones that have not grown correctly by providing them with the tools and knowledge to help their patients live normal lives. Today, I will be interviewing Mr. Carl Ellis, who is a medical device consultant for DePuy Synthes, which is a part of Johnson & Johnson family of companies. I'm so excited to interview Mr. Carl. Let's go Zoom! Hello and welcome back to another episode of Think Big Kids. I'm your host Grace, and today we are talking to Carl Ellis, who is a medical device specialist for DePuy Synthes. Are you excited to be on the show?
I am. It's a very exciting thing that you're doing, and I think it's a great platform to help educate kids and get them on a career path they're on. So, great work.
You ready to answer some questions?
Okay.
For our first question, can you tell us what is your job?
So my company sells titanium plates and screws, and I'll hold up a demonstration to kind of help reconstruct and fixate facial bone. We also have a product that helps with the chest and the sternum, and then also the head as well. So if you can see this, it's kind of a lot of our patients, trauma patients that's been involved in a car wreck or some form of trauma. You know, they've been in a wreck in the vehicle, or ATV, and we're helping them put their bone back together and normalizing their face again.
Let's recap. Mr. Carl is a medical device specialist for DePuy Synthes. His company creates and sells titanium plates and screws to fix bones. His specialty area is the head, face, sternum, and ribs. For our next question, what is your favorite part about your career?
I would just say that it's always something that's new and challenging, and it's something different on a day-to-day basis. So it never gets old. It's always a revolving door of unique opportunity to help the surgeons with helping patients, and it's always something new and exhilarating. So that's the exciting part.
Carl's favorite things about his job is that there is always something new and challenging to do. Every day is different, and he loves the unique opportunity to help surgeons help patients. For our next question, what skills or education would someone need to do your job?
Honestly, being someone that's hardworking and willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. Some of the intangible attributes like perseverance, being resilient, just having a great attitude, and being a thoughtful and kind person. It really goes a long way in doing this job, and I think anyone's capable of doing the job as long as they have the opportunity, as long as they also have those those key attributes to being a good person. So the sky's the limit. Everyone has a great opportunity, and I think they can get involved with this. So, for me, I went to school for business. I majored in business management. So a lot of times people ask me, how did you get involved with surgery and working with all these specialized surgeons? But, for me, I just always worked hard. I was always a sports guy and learned those things from playing sports, and all those things that you learn, with being in a team environment, having teammates, and all those good things that carry on throughout life. So, like I said, I'd say, just working hard, having goals, being persistent, not taking no, and just being willing to do whatever it takes to be successful.
Wow, that's a lot of things you got to start working on, Think Big Kids. Mr. Carl says to be successful in this career, you need to be a hard worker, persevere, and be resilient, which means don't give up on things. You should work hard to have a great attitude, be thoughtful, and kind to people. And you should pursue opportunities to take what you learned from being on teams to help you achieve your goals.
For our next question, what kind of tools or technology do you use?
We get to use some pretty neat tools and technology. So for us, with the reconstruction or the fixing of the face, there's a 3D technology sometimes that we use in the planning to do those things. And then also, like I said, we bring in the titanium plates and screws and the instrumentation that they use to help use and do what they need to do while they're in the surgery room.
Wow, that's very, very interesting.
Medical device specialists use 3D planning technology to reconstruct bones and make plans. They also show doctors how to use special surgical tools to insert titanium plates and screws to fix their patient's bones.
What can kids start doing today if they want to do this in the future?
I always recommend that kids surround themselves with like-minded individuals, people that inspire them and aspire to do the things that they aspire to do. I truly believe that iron sharpens iron. So if you're around other individuals that are motivated, have great attitudes, they're dedicated to the schoolwork and they want to be successful, I just feel like all that positive energy kind of ignites each other, and it creates a positive environment to grow and excel in life.
We can start preparing for this career today by surrounding ourselves with like-minded kids. Kids who are motivated, dedicated, and positive, that will inspire us to do our best.
For next question is our bonus question. Is there anything unique about your job you haven't already told us?
I think the unique and the special part about what I do is just being able to help patients return to some form of normalcy. So a lot of the patients that we work with have suffered some type of trauma or bodily injury. So it's good to play a part in the planning and the reconstruction or the fixing of their bones and just returning them back to a state of normalcy and where they can go back to living their daily life and hopefully return to a happy state of mind. So that part's unique, and it's the special part about what we do. We also have a product that they use for the skull and the head of babies that are born to help to kind of remold and reshape their heads. And that's always really unique to see those babies as they grow older and they, the way their parents has changed and they're happy kids and all that stuff. It's really exciting, and it's exhilarating to be a part of those surgeries.
The most unique thing about Carl's job is being able to help patients return to normal life after suffering from an injury. He also gets to help babies whose skulls need to be reshaped after they are born, and he gets to see them grow up and live happy lives.
For our bonus question.
Bonus question.
Did you know you were going to be this as a kid now that you are as an adult?
I did not. So growing up, I was heavily involved in sports. Year round, I would go from one sport to the other. I was very active, and I was fairly good at most of the sports, and that's kind of all I did and what all I was about. When I was 16, I started working in a fast food restaurant, and that was fun. Sonic Drive-In, everyone would come for the slushies and the ice cream, but really, I just never really looked past that. So, like I said earlier, when I said surround yourself with like-minded individuals, my very best friend from when I was in middle school, he was a extremely talented athlete that all the big schools would come in to watch and would see him. And he would always win like MVP, the most valuable player, but every year I would always win the most improved player. So like I said, I think just surrounding yourself with people like that, that's doing great things and kind of having a marking point to kind of ignite your drive and give you a point to where you want to work towards. I think those things kind of help you along the way as you progress and as you're growing and getting older.
Carl says he didn't know as a kid that he wanted to become a medical device specialist. He was very active in sports and got his first job at Sonic when he was only 16. Yum! His best friend motivated him to pursue his best life, so he went to college for business and then made his way into this career.
Well, that is all we have for today. Thank you for coming out on Zoom and answering definitely some of my questions that I wanted to know. and some of the Think Big Kid questions.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Carl. Remember, Think Big Kids, to like, subscribe, and comment down below about something new you learned from this video. And remember, Think Big Kids, you're not thinking if you're not thinking big.